we always compare with the traditional nail salons because there are two like distinctive style. So in traditional nail salons, you take care of your nails or toenails. It will last 2 weeks if you're lucky. What do you mean last? You need to go back and then redo to get your nails, or it's just chipping, cracking, or something happening. It's not perfect condition anymore. In Russian style, because of its more detailed, more precision work on your nail, cuticle area, everything, and then the application of gel is more sophisticated way, I can say. It stays there like in a perfect condition. Of course, your nail grows, just it comes out a little bit, but it stays the same conditions up to 4 weeks.
Welcome to the McKinney Podcast, the show that celebrates what makes McKinney unique by nature. This podcast exists to spotlight the people, the organizations, and the events that shape our great city. You can count on every episode to tell a compelling story and help increase your awareness and perspective on what's happening around McKinney. Your hosts for this fun-filled adventure are Fred Mahusay, owner of FredShots Photography, and James Jenkins, CEO of RiskWell. Connect with us on YouTube and on our website, McKinneyPodcast.com. Now, let's get into it.
And welcome back to this next episode of the McKinney Podcast, where we celebrate what makes us unique by nature. I'm Fred with FredShots, riding this podcast solo today. Our normal co-host here, James Jenkins with RiskWell. He's, we're both business owners, and this is a absolutely zero profit, zero pay event. And sometimes we have to take care of business. So James is here. He's just over there taking care of things. But that is, the least of our concerns because it's not about us. It's about who is in the other seat. And today we have Nesim Zeydanli with Naba Style Nails. All righty. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me today.
Oh, absolutely. And so, when it comes to our podcast, we basically take a approach of we want to know everybody. Obviously we can't know everybody, but we want to know as many people that there are that make up our community and our business owners, homeowners, whatever it is. We believe that every person here in McKinney has unique value. And absolutely, contributes to what we have here. So tell us about yourself. So that doesn't sound like a East Texas name.
No, this is not even close.
Okay, so when you were born, or rather, when your feet first touched the earth, where was that?
Okay, it was called Bursa. It's one of the big cities in Turkey. It was 1983, many years ago. And that's the day I came to this planet.
Okay, in Turkey.
In Turkey.
Okay, all right. So, obviously my knowledge of Turkey is very small. Mm-hmm. I can recognize that if the name ends in GLU, that they're from Turkey. That's about it.
Yeah.
That's about it. And so what was it like growing up in Turkey? Because how long have you been in the United States now?
It's been almost a little bit over a year.
A little over. Oh, so you're fresh
Yeah,
here.
it's really fresh.
Alrighty.
But when we back to there, it was fun. Like my whole childhood, like I was there until my teenager, like 16, 17 years of age. It was fun. It was like 80s, 90s, like life was slower, full of joy. And after that, until like 2000, I was there. Then I moved to the biggest city, Istanbul, for my education.
How small is the city where you lived?
It was the population was around like a little bit less than 1 million.
That's small.
That's small, but it's still like one of the biggest cities in Turkey.
Okay.
But if you compare to like Istanbul, it's nothing. Like Istanbul is huge. over, I don't know, 20 million of populations probably right now in the big. So that was a big step, like first big step for me in my like life, I can say.
And so, as a young child, did you like what does a typical kid, young boy, do in Turkey? Like, here we have soccer, we have football, baseball, things like that. What was it like for you? School,
I mean, I was
is school. What was the school year like? Just to begin with.
I cannot say I was good at school. I was all over the place as a kid. So, like goofing around and then like playing with my friends. Soccer was one of the biggest event in Turkey. Still, it is. And we were playing soccer. Even we don't have a ball, we were playing with rock, like solid rock. Like we were kicking around, playing, like jumping. We were all on the street. It was like more safer to be outside by the time. So we were just all over the place. It was fun. That's why it was fun for me.
Playing soccer with a rock.
Yeah. Or just we made a ball out of the papers and then just kicking around in between the classes, even at the school. And the school is same, like the kids just playing and we were playing. We were even playing in the lessons.
Okay, so you moved to Istanbul, which is obviously very more populated, very dense.
It is.
And
it was and it is.
Okay, so what age of life are you now when you're in Istanbul?
So it was 2000. I was 17 years old. I moved to Istanbul to continue my education, like to attend to college. And I studied business over there until 2006. So from 2001 to 2006, I was there studying. And like I told her like I wasn't good at school until the college, but then it just light up to me that's okay, I need to move. I need to do something to move forward. So I attended college. I graduated somehow.
Graduated somehow.
I don't remember. So yeah, that was the first transition from my teenager to adult life, I can say.
Did you have a job in college?
I did, like because it wasn't. We were not obligated to attend every classes. So at the end of my first year, I started to work, and it was the first company was textile business. I started there full time. I worked a year over there, and then the other jobs after that just part times, like a little bit doing something, buying and selling stuff like that. Still textile, but I didn't have like serious career in college.
Okay.
Years.
And so you graduated with a business degree.
Yes, I did graduate.
Alrighty. And so now you've graduated with your business degree. Did you have a lot of student debt?
We didn't have, because it was pretty cheap, I can say. It was in private school, and if it was government funded school. So when you go there, at least by that time, you were not supposed to pay a lot. Like if I give you an example, I can say, I know, $400-500 a year.
That's
you pay
it.
That's it. Yeah,
That's
and you're
it.
good to go. It was almost free.
What is the what is the system of government that's there in Turkey?
You mean right now or back then?
Back then.
Back then, the government system was actually, it's just why did I ask? But it's almost similar. How can I say? If you're asking like the government system or the college system?
No, like the government system.
Government
like
system. It's just like there are multiple parties over there, and then
but free elections.
Free elections, yeah. Like there are like multiple parties go to elections. Whoever got the majority selected, then take the control, or there's no majority. There will be no majority if the like top 1 or 2 parties just come together, like coalition, and then they rule the.
They could agree.
I mean, like once in a blue moon, yeah. But they agree. I don't know.
Okay, all right.
It happened. I saw a couple of times.
Okay, all right. So you graduated, and then immediately, did you have another feeling that it was time to make a new change, make a difference? So you got your degree, your business degree.
Yeah, I got it, and as soon as I got it, that was the first time I actually moved to the United States back in 2007.
Mm-hmm.
I came to first San Francisco and then Los Angeles, basically to California for 2 years, and I went to language school, and I attended to UCLA for International Trade and Commerce
Mm-hmm.
program. So I stayed here for like 2 years to like find more about new culture, like educate a little bit more myself for business life.
Mm-hmm. So are you in a MBA program?
Not MBA, it was called certificate program.
Okay.
Like it's kind of like tiny MBA program,
Okay.
I can say. It was like a little bit over than a year
Okay.
period. So after I completed, it was the end of 2008, which the crisis hit. I was here, and then I moved back to Istanbul.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a coincidence. That wasn't the reason that I moved back, because I finished all my education.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't then planned to work here, so I went back to Turkey, to Istanbul.
Okay, so you go from college where it's only a few $100s per year. You come to the United States. You're paying out-of-state tuition fees.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember how much you were paying for your schooling there at UCLA?
Yeah, like the $350 or $400 for each class.
Yes.
So it was, it was shocking a little bit. But I made my research before I came here, so I just prepared myself.
So you saved money, or you?
I just borrowed from my parents.
Oh, from the bank of mom and dad. Okay,
like
that's
the
a good
best
deal.
bank.
That's right. If you're late on a payment, that's pretty easy on you. Okay, so you went back. So you go back to Turkey. What did you do? What did you do with your new American University certificate degree behind your name? You go back. So you left your job with the textile company,
Mm-hmm.
come to the United States for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
You go back, and they instantly say, Nesim, we need you back here, and here's more money to do your job.
No, it didn't work like that. But I attended to military. That was obligation that I had to complete my service for 6 months.
And that's every young man in Turkey?
If you are graduated from college, yes. If
Really?
you're not, you are obligated for like it was at least like this by the time, it was 1.5 years service at least.
So it was in your best interest to go get a degree.
Yes.
So you spent less time in the military.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I completed that, and then I said, okay, it's time to move forward, because like I completed everything as a young man, and then I need to settle down, find a job, and move forward. So I found a job at another textile company, but in the division of furniture. So I worked there like 6 months for their international trade division. And then I said, no, that's not for me. I cannot do that. So I just instantly quit, and I went back to another field. I went to a brokerage firm as a, what was it called? Like the guy on the phone just taking orders, like it's commodity market, a firm. So it was fun. It was really high energy, a lot of stress, but I was young. I could handle that. So I stayed there for almost 3 years. It was a roller coaster experience for me.
But was it profitable?
It was really well paid job by then. Like, let's say when you go into the business from the school, you get the minimum wage, unless you're a genius or you did something crazy while you're studying. But by the time when we entered that, we were paid like almost a manager.
Okay.
And it was good. It was fun. But then it was over after 3 years. I said, okay, what am I going to do? By the time one of my best friends, he came to me and said, okay, the e-trade is popular. It's getting popular. So let's go into that. We just got a little bit investment. So we went into that online company to sell just handmade goods. So we went there, and then at the same time I went to another business, which was automotive spare parts distribution from China to Turkey. So I was like still just doing as much as I can to find out which is profitable, which is good. So it took like 3-4 years with that, like the hurdling, I can say. And then I reached out I can say, second breaking point in my life. Should I continue?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're going to ask that.
Yeah.
Okay. So in 2017, I said, okay, it was like the most stressful time in my life in terms of business. I said, okay, I'm dropping off. I'd been doing fitness like almost 15 years by then as an amateur, like as a hobby. I said, okay, I'm going to go.
Fitness as in?
Bodybuilding. Fitness,
Oh, so you're a body. Okay, so let's get
not bodybuilding, but fitness.
Okay, so but competing?
Not competing.
Oh, okay. It's just for you.
Just for myself.
Okay,
yeah.
all right. I was like, so we need to look on a calendar and find, Nesim. You were like March 2020 on a calendar somewhere.
No. I had my own picture for my own calendar, but no, I didn't go that path. So it was just fun for me. Kind of like something that you're addicted to, but you just keep it as a hobby. But in 2017, I said, okay, I drop everything off. I'm gonna go on this path because I love it. I've been doing 15 years, no matter what, and I want to become a personal trainer. So I got my PT certificate from American Council of Exercise online, and then I just hired by the one of the biggest fitness chain in Turkey. So I started as a personal trainer, and I said, okay, this is good. This is fun life. Just I meet a lot of new people.
Everybody's young, good looking, fit.
Yeah. Everything was fun. Everything seems good. I got paid really good. And then say, okay, I can just die like this. It's just a good path. Follow. But clearly, like, God has another plan for me. So in 2019, I met my wife on the treadmill. That she was just running. I said, "Oh boy, okay."
Wait, were you her trainer, or she was just there?
I wasn't training. She was there, but I saw her and I liked it. As soon as possible, I approached her. I say, "Okay, you need a personal trainer for life." And here I am.
Is that how you introduced yourself?
No, my intention was like that, but I didn't say that. But I say, "Okay, really professional." I approached. I said, "Okay, I'm Nesim. I'm a personal trainer. Okay, I've seen you like training seriously. You do serious workouts." So I gave some advice and just step back.
But wait, she's just on a treadmill, so she's just running or
not
walking.
Just walking.
She's just walking, and you're giving her advice on how to make her walk better.
No, just I was giving advice like other stuff that she has been doing. So I knew how she trained, so I gave a little bit introduction
so
and
you
the
had seen her
information.
for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay.
But then I found out like actually she had crush on me as well, like at the same time.
That's why she was coming to the gym, because she saw the cute trainer.
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, she told me that she had crush on me. Anyway, like I sold her a like training program actually, and then before we started dating. So we started dating in 2019, and I'm gonna fast forward. Just we got married in 2021, and we were still in Istanbul, and then we got our daughter in 2022. Tiny biggest miracle. The Lillian came to this life, and then it actually guided us to another breaking point as a family. So we start planning to this move to another place, and it was 2022. Let's say the beginning of 2023. So we said, okay, we need to move on because we want to provide better life for her, for sure, and more opportunities, better environment for ourselves. So we start searching like what we can do, where we can go, or what we can do, because and she also, like Anna, my wife, also started her career as a nail technician in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So she was doing well. I was doing my PT, but then after Lillian was born, I went back to in finance because I needed more stable income, and then so yeah, and then we said, okay, what we can do, how we can move forward for our family, and then one of my friends is, by the time he moved to the States, and he said, okay, come over here. This is a great place. A lot of business and life opportunities here. And then he said, okay, let's search. Let's search United States. And then we looked around like the Dallas, North Dallas. When we went online, there were two options coming up constantly, like Plano and McKinney, because for families.
Mm-hmm.
So we searched everything. Okay, we said, let's do McKinney first, and then if it's not happening, let's go Plano. So May 21st, 2025, we stepped on this land.
Just from doing research, and you're in the finance world, your wife is doing nails, and you just decide we're moving to the United States.
Yeah.
Were there any other countries that you had considered, or somewhere else in Turkey that? Yes,
and there was just one more option. Dubai was that.
Dubai, okay, yeah.
But we said no. It was less real for us, and it was hard. I mean, based on our search, no, not that. Just we're gonna go to the United States.
Well, it's pretty hot here in Texas right now.
I mean, like, this is nothing. I'm telling you, this is at least no humid, like, and it's good. And then, like, we say, what we are gonna do? Like, before we come, we need to make a plan. We say, okay. We went back and forth some options, and we said, okay, you're a technician, you know nails. I can handle the business side. Let's do it together. Bring the risk minimum, and then we can have more chance to be successful by doing what we know already. So we came here. This third or fourth day, we came to downtown McKinney. It was Wednesday during the day. We looked around. No, it cannot be that silent. We're in the middle of nowhere. Like, from Istanbul to madness to here, and it was too much. Like, we were staying in Uptown, in our friend's place by the time, and we said, okay, let's find a place in Uptown, start there, and then maybe we can, because like Lillian has 2-3 more years to start school, so we don't care IST stuff like that. We can stay a couple more years over there in Uptown. So we found a place. We started looking for location for our salon. 4 months we looked everywhere. Like there are no business, there are no shopping center without nail salon. We cannot open the second one. So we don't have credit background. It's hard to convince the landlords to find a place.
Sure.
By chance, we visited now our main suppliers, Alex and McKinney. We went here. We came here, his place, and then we met him. We says, "Okay, we're trying to find place. We need this product to stock." And he said, "What are you doing uptown? Just come back to North Texas. Just McKinney is crazy, just booming. Just a lot of potential. Just what are you doing there?" We said, "Okay, let's look around." I mean, just it was initial plan, so let's look from the business perspective. So we took our car. We drove around the first weekend after we spoke to him. We drove like back and forth in McKinney, and then we were passing from Stonebridge, the north part. We looked at each other with my wife, and we said, "This is it. This is the place." I mean, it's amazing. It's beautiful, quiet, big potential. Not many salons here. And then we found our place in the next month. We signed the lease, and we decided to go out of traditional nail salon, which is like big, huge, like crowded place. We're gonna go boutique, small place, private, and give. How can I say? We deliver exceptional service, and our product is nail care, but our business is service business. So let's create that one. So from now on, it's just everything is just going. I cannot say flawless, but beautiful. It was beautiful since then.
So did you create the business plan? Did you look at already established nail salons and decide that I like these pieces? How did you determine what you were going to be doing? Obviously, with the focus on service, because as most of our viewing and listening audience will testify to, that every shopping center here in McKinney has nails. Has nails, has donuts,
Pizza, barber.
That's right. And there's a car wash just around the corner from there. But regardless of the location that I was in McKinney, did you look at how many other businesses were already nails here in McKinney?
Yes, we looked at, like, I can say 2 miles radius where we picked our location. So I'm going to explain that our style is Russian style. It's different than traditional one. There's so many traditional nail salons around us, and really a couple of Russian styles around, like in 2 or 3 miles radius. So we said, okay, no problem. We believe ourselves. We believe how we make this different. So even I was okay to open another nail salon next to another nail salon. We were not intimidated by anything, but just because we trusted what we can deliver. Anna is top master what she's doing, and we know service business from our backgrounds, and we couldn't find anywhere that what we were planning to deliver. So we said, okay, this is the place, and we found our location, South Stonebridge, where we just a little bit southern part of where we fall in love with McKinney. So it was a great location. As soon as we saw it, this is it. We're gonna take this place.
Okay, so I want to, you shared a lot about your pathway here to the United States. I'm curious about your time in the military,
Mm-hmm.
because would you say that if you graduate with a degree from college,
Mm-hmm.
it's about half a year that you have to serve?
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it's much longer.
Yeah.
So is that just the men, or is the men and the women?
Just a man.
Just the men.
Just a man.
And growing up with that, so you knew as soon as you entered school
Mm-hmm.
that at some point there was going to be military service
Yes.
in your future.
Mm-hmm.
What did you feel about that growing up, knowing that you would be in the military? Did you just look at it as, I just have to do this and I'll get it over with, or what were you thinking?
It is like this. As soon as you step into that military, as a how can I say, candidate of soldier,
Mm-hmm.
you could have no idea what's going into, because completely another world waiting for you. First of all, like all the men from all over the country, from different cultures, different families, different backgrounds, and different classes, even I can say. And the thing is, as soon as you step in, there is no way you can get out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have to complete that. That's obligation. So when you know that, the time stops, because there's like the certain amount of time you have to serve.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot make the time goes faster, and you cannot make the time prevent going slower, because everything goes like, oh, it's not going. Just we at some point we were counting these seconds and said, this is kind of like a mental challenge.
Mm-hmm.
You promise yourself a lot, like, as soon as I get out of here, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna do something different. You say everything to convince yourself, okay, I need to get over this. But as soon as you get out, you get back to who you are.
So it was just a minor detour, a little distraction.
Yeah, it is.
That's funny. So comparing what you see of the United States military and lots of pride and eagerness to go and join and serve, would you say that the Turkish military is the same? Like when you were in, is there a strong sense of pride in your service? Is there like strong brotherhood?
It is. I mean, I can say pretty similar, like here. In fact, some people I met from eastern part of Turkey, they said, if I don't serve, if I cannot complete my military, no one give their daughter to me as a wife. I cannot get married. I cannot be considered as a man. So it's mostly it's really serious. You have to. At least it was like this back then. I don't know, like it's so many decades ago, but it's serious. It's considered really pride in that, and then you have to do that.
And so, are there a lot of men who have successfully what happens if you don't report for military service? Jail?
First of all, there's some ways you can prevent. You can, I can say prevent, or as long as you study, you can make it. How can I say, like, extend the time that you need to go.
That you don't go in?
You don't go in, yeah.
Okay.
Or you have some like physical disability, and I think you can be off doing that duty. But other than that, no. Like sooner or later, if you go into you're in the system, like you cannot run away. If you're in this country, you'll get caught, and then they'll take you there.
They'll physically take you?
Yeah, they call you. You don't come. As soon as they find you anywhere, they say, "Okay, let's go."
They just snatch you off the street?
They don't do harm or something. They say, just kindly ask, just follow us. We are going to to complete your service. You owe your country.
Wow. You know,
Yes,
your
sir.
country.
It is obligation.
Okay. You know, that's here in the United States, we have the draft,
Yeah.
right?
And
And in my lifetime, there have been times where we've been into a conflict and people start getting nervous that, oh, I'm going to get a letter from the government and I'm going to have to go and serve. And I think from your perspective, it's just part of the rite of passage for manhood.
Yeah.
And you know, you said that if you don't serve, then the likelihood of you having a wife is very slim, because is that something that fathers will ask of the young men, saying, you know, when did you serve?
Yeah, but it's like some specific part of Turkey, not everywhere, like the eastern part, more traditional part, I can say. I heard some kind of examples from the people that I know. They're from there. But generally, by the time, it was considered as kind of like manhood. You did your duty, and you can move forward. Nowadays, I don't know. I don't think that's serious nowadays.
So you said you have a daughter.
I have a daughter.
What happens when the young man comes around courting her? Are you going to?
I don't know. Hopefully, we will be here. So I don't think about like if he did military or not. I'm gonna look. I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. And my wife makes fun of me
what,
about
3 years
that.
old?
Yeah, 3.5.
Oh my
and a
goodness,
half.
so young.
It's
So
a long,
young. That's
long
right.
time to go.
Yeah, she's going to come home one day and say that
I
some
know.
boy was talking to her at the gym,
Yeah,
and you're going to tell her you can't go back.
yeah. No, let's call him to train. Let's train how he trains.
So we'll see how good he
Yeah.
is. Too funny.
Yeah.
All right, so you landed here in the United States. You had your choices. Did you even consider California or New York?
Not I didn't consider. We didn't consider California because I experienced that as a young guy. I can say I was in 20s. It was fun, but as a family, grown up man, no. I instantly I say no. That's not the place that I want to be. I want to raise my kid. I didn't have so many idea about Texas, Dallas. I heard some. It was good. But it come out way better than I heard. I couldn't say, I cannot say that I could pick better place than exactly McKinney. I mean, this is the perfect place for us.
That's it.
So far.
Okay. And so, you know, outside of you and Mustafa from the House of Motifs and one of my clients who is from Turkey, you're the only 3 people I know. Is there a large Turkish community here in North Texas?
There are some people. I mean, I met many Turkish people, but I cannot consider that we are a lot. If you go New York, if you go like East Coast, West Coast, I think there's so many. But here, I don't think so. We are a lot.
Yeah, because that's what I was asking, you know, why didn't you choose like New York or California? Because I thought that would be more, there's more diversity. We're very diverse here, but there's a stronger concentration in those areas. But you were more about the place for your family and business than you were about being amongst, you know, fellow countrymen.
I mean, the main thing, another thing is, I had lived in Istanbul 25 years. It was too consuming. Like, it's like New York. It's like, not California, I can say New York. I mean, it's too much. Unnecessary energy, taking stuff. And then we said, okay, just slow down, concentrate what we have to do, what we're planning to do. Don't waste any energy for unnecessary stuff. No matter what it are they. So that's why we picked here. Like, this is, I told you, we had no idea what we were coming into. We had some, but very little. But it turned out that we made the absolute perfect decision to pick this place.
I love that. And you heard that here on the McKinney Podcast. This is the absolute perfect place to be.
Yeah.
All right. So Naba Style Nails, what does Naba mean something?
It is. It means nail art by Anna.
Okay.
Wow, it's
All
romantic, right?
Nail art by Anna.
Yeah.
That's it. Because when the first time you came to the McKinney chamber and you stood up and you said Naba Style Nails, I was like, did he say namaste? I was like, I was like, what is that? And then, I was like, oh, it's NABA. And I was like, and I just assumed that was, that meant something, but it's nail art by Anna. Okay. And so you said Russian style nails.
Yes.
So like I've been to the salon with my wife to pick her up. I've never actually had manicure, pedicure, anything. What are Russian style nails?
Okay. So short answer is just nail care with more detail, precise, and long lasting.
So what is long lasting?
Long lasting means we always compare with the traditional nail salons because there are two distinctive style. So in traditional nail salons, you take care of your nails or toenails. It will last 2 weeks if you're lucky. What do you mean last? You need to go back and redo to get your nails, or it's just chipping, cracking, or something happening. It's not perfect condition anymore. In Russian style, because of its more detailed, more precision work on your nail, cuticle area, everything, and then the application of gel is more sophisticated way, I can say. It stays there like in a perfect condition. Of course, your nail grows, just it comes out a little bit, but it stays the same conditions up to 4 weeks.
Up to 4 weeks. But after 4 weeks, I know because I've looked at my wife's nails, like
there's a gap.
Yeah, there's a gap.
At the end,
the back side. So
yeah, it's because your nails are growth. So, and for your toenails, when you get pedicure, it lasts up to 5 to 6 weeks because they grow slower. And that's the different. The technique and the product that we use. And when the combination of those delivers the perfect end product, perfect nail care, and then it stays there longer.
And you said that you chose to go with the boutique nail salon. So obviously there's Anna. Is there anyone else there that's doing nails with her?
Yes, we recently hired our second technician, Azin. She's doing pedicures for now, and she's gonna start doing manicure soon. So, and we are looking at another technician, or as soon as we find, we'll hire. So we'll be 3 for now, 3 technicians.
So do you foresee staying in that smaller boutique, or are you going to have, 10, 20, 30 chairs where nails can be done at scale?
Absolutely. So for now, we have capacity of, I can say, 4 technicians, maybe 5 we will see, but we definitely 4 technicians. With the clients, we can fit there. But I mentioned we are a service business. We cannot rush just hiring people and then trying to fill with clients. We are trying to still perfecting our operating system in there, and then we hire people, we adapt them, we're gonna fill their schedule with clients, keep the retention, and as soon as we are ready, we hire the final 1 or 2 technicians, and then we are gonna fill our salon. And after that, we see everything goes smooth, the system works great, and we start saying no to new clients. then we're gonna move forward to
Mm-hmm.
another location. I mean, we're gonna add another location.
Oh, add another location
Yeah.
in McKinney, or are you gonna branch out?
We won't go far.
Okay.
I mean, like McKinney, most likely McKinney, but it's early to find a pick a place. And we have something in our minds, but we don't want to go. I mean, lose our concentration.
Yeah, stay focused on what matters most at the moment here. All right, so you came to the United States for a couple of years, went back to Turkey.
Mm-hmm.
Anna, your wife, had she ever been to the United States before you moved here?
No, she. I missed that part. She moved to Turkey around 2015 from Belarus. She's originally from Belarus. I didn't mention that.
So that's the Russian style nails. Yeah. I was getting ready to ask. Are there nail salons in Turkey?
Yeah.
And is the Turkish style of doing nails?
Turkish style is really close to traditional style here.
Okay.
Like soaking in the water, like cleaning a little bit cuticles and stuff like that. But Russian style, it's been there more than it's been here. Like I can say this at the moment in here, the people like knows about Russian manicure or hearing about that. It feels us like 2019 in Istanbul.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit adapted earlier because we are close to Eastern Europe.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Close that part. But yeah, Turkish style was there. And the Russian style was there. Still there. And then, she moved there in 2015. She did some other works and then until 2019 where she started her new business, new career.
So was it, moving from Russia to Turkey, was that a large transition for Anna?
It was like, what she says is coming from Turkey to the United States, she said, it's easier than coming from Belarus to Turkey.
Really?
Because like from Belarus to Istanbul, I mean, if we came to New York last year, we would feel the same transition, same hurdles, but Texas and Dallas is just a little bit easy to adapt.
Mm-hmm.
But for her, she said, like, from Belarus to Istanbul, as a young lady, it was hard. For her, but she handled great.
So it's easy. Well, so that makes more sense. Why, when you came to McKinney, you're like, it's quiet.
It is. It was. The quiet part was like the McKinney downtown in the middle of the weekdays. Nobody was there, and it was like not right time for us to actually judge, but we were still jet lagged. We were rushing to find a place, like looking around. We said we just judged too quickly. But then, like the people that I met, Mustafa and Alex, I met, they all just guided us to this place, like the chamber. It was Mustafa's idea, and the McKinney, the idea of Alex, and then all the people that we met during this time, unreal for me. Like I couldn't find by myself by picking every single person. Okay, I need this kind of person to achieve this. No, but it just came into our way. It was unbelievable. So great to be here.
Yeah, that's. Oh, I love McKinney. When my wife and I felt that the Lord was telling us to move from Florida, we'd been to Dallas and Fort Worth many years, and often joked about, oh, wouldn't it be great to live here? Like, whatever, it was just in passing. And then when we seriously considered it, we flew out here, and we have some friends that live in Grapevine, and they let us borrow their car, and they said, drive northeast and go to Frisco, Plano, Allen, McKinney, all over there, just, and see what there is to see. So we just kind of came into town, and I think we had lunch in Plano, and it was a little bit busy, and we drove around. I didn't like what I saw Frisco at that point. I don't think we actually did anything in
When
Frisco.
was that?
That was in 2010.
Okay.
And we visited a couple neighborhoods. I had printed out a few home listings from the internet, and we kind of drove to these neighborhoods. And I was like, I don't like the look of this neighborhood. I don't like that. I don't like this. Then we drove to a neighborhood in McKinney, and there were kids riding bicycles, and I thought, because our boys were in third grade and fifth grade. And I said, I could see our family living here. There was no real research, no anything. I just said, I like what I see. Yeah. I didn't know about downtown McKinney, any of those things. I thought McKinney was closer to like Custer and 121, where there's Target, Best Buy.
Yeah.
And I had no idea about the downtown. I just said, this looks like a place where we could live. So we just moved here and, started doing what we're doing. And now it's been 15, almost 16 years. And I tell people it was one of the hardest decisions we ever made and one of the best decisions we ever made. So now you said you've been here for a little over a year now. What have you found has been the greatest challenge of starting a business here in McKinney?
In McKinney,
compared to starting a business in Turkey.
Okay, so the main challenge for us was we are immigrant. We need to convince people to make them believe that we can take care of their place. I mean, opening a business is just similar to anybody.
Sure.
You're doing on the paper.
Yeah, but how do you convince people?
Yeah, the convincing side is just finding the right people to guide you. For our commercial real estate guy that we met, he was amazing. His team was amazing. They guided us really good. And we don't have background here, but they led us to prepare our background in Turkey to convince the landlord that we're gonna do this business. We have this plan here. We can do that. And the people. I mean, the challenge was people, but the solution also was another people that you should find. And what we like about this place, you can find amazing people to solve the problems. I mean, yeah, there will be some hiccups, some issues that we need to solve every day, every week, every month. But we know we can find the solutions in the community. One of my friends that I met here, he said, we were living in Uptown by then. He said, your business is in McKinney, and when you move in McKinney, you will realize that the community is just suck you in, just support you. Just if you're the right guy, they will just give you everything you need. You can ask or you cannot ask. It doesn't matter. And it exactly happened like that. Like since then, even before we moved in here, because of the people that we know from Chamber, just a lot of friends, we became friends after that. Like everyone was super supportive to each other. And that's why I cannot say like we have like really big challenge. We had 4 months of struggling in Uptown, just going everywhere, every corner, just trying to find people. It was maybe the reason that we sold everything smoothly in McKinney after we moved here. So yeah, but I remember more accomplishment than the challenges, even though there.
Oh, that's good. Sure, there has to be challenges, unless everything is perfect, right?
Yeah.
Unless
it will be boring.
That's right. It would be boring. So, okay, we talked about life and growing up and moving here. Let's talk about being an immigrant in McKinney itself. That's it's a contemporary topic that we have, that there are concerns nationwide about immigrants. Not I'm going to avoid immigration, all of that, not that, but just as somebody who was not born here and now you're living here. Depending on what news I watch, being an immigrant in the United States is amazing or it's terrible. What is your lived experience now that you've been here for a year as an immigrant? How would you either warn or encourage other people who are thinking about moving to the United States, or specifically to McKinney, Texas?
Being immigrant is almost similar, like at the beginning, almost similar everywhere, I guess. Like, it doesn't matter. You left where you were born, you left where you were made of, to a new place, to make a place your home. I think like similar path. But in McKinney, I don't feel like immigrant, I can say.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I feel immigrant when I go to DMV to do like legal stuff, because I am. But living in McKinney, being in the community and interact with the people, I don't feel like single drop of immigration in me.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And that's here in McKinney. I'm just going to point at the camera.
Other
other communities that might be different, but here in McKinney, you know what? And I love that, you came in with that attitude of, this is where I want to live. This is where I want to build. Yeah. And, you just drop right in. I look for you every Wednesday because, you're one of the newer faces in the chamber, but you do bring a sense of energy and excitement and openness to the room, and I think that probably translates. Those things are universal. That if someone is hopeful, we don't have to speak the same exact language, because you can sense the hope and you can see the hope. And, now that I understand that Naba does not mean anything, translate literally, but nail art by Anna is, super. It's just great to know these little things here. Well, we've come about to the end of our recording time. And I just want to, I'm going to look directly into the camera here, that when it comes to our community, we are we're not a homogenous mix. We are diverse. And we have so many opportunities to offer here in the community, whether you're looking for that great nail salon, where you're looking for something different, something durable, and something that gives you a level of service that you're not going to get with actually, when you're looking for a nail boutique, not a salon, right? You're looking for a nail boutique that you definitely need to, drop on in and get a scheduled session with Anna at Naba Style Nails. And so that's going to bring us to the end of our recording time. Nasim, thank you so much for coming out here and, just sharing with us a little bit more of your story. I'm going to encourage all of you to check out the show notes and find out how you can get in contact with Nasim and check out what they have to offer at their boutique at Naba Style Nails. Thank you so much for tuning in for this episode of the McKinney Podcast.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks again for listening to and watching the McKinney Podcast. We drop a brand new episode every Monday morning. We'd love to connect with you and hear your thoughts, suggestions, and guest recommendations. You can message us on Facebook or send an email to us at mail@mckinneypodcast.com. This entire production is a passion project for James and Fred and our lovely wives, Elizabeth and Allison. We're so grateful to have you along for the journey. We look forward to seeing you again next week and hopefully in person around town. That's all for now, ladies and gentlemen. Make it a great day.